So, welcome to the AI era. As you know, AI has become a buzzword. Everybody's talking about AI. Wherever you pass, everybody's talking about AI. And this started in November 2022 when AI went mainstream. Before that, there was still AI in the back end of things. There were a lot of applications and software using AI, but it wasn't that mainstream until OpenAI came out with ChatGPT. Before AI came mainstream, around 2016, 2017, I was already using AI for my e-commerce, which is using it to list your product, to do product research. And I was selling on Amazon and Walmart. So I had a taste of AI way before it became mainstream. So AI didn't come out in November 2022, as many people think, but it was already working. When you talk about Siri, when you talk about um, we're gonna get to that, but AI has been with us for a long time, early 90s all the way till it blew up in November 2022. Millions adopted AI overnight, transforming work, creativity, and problem solving. And you are living through this. This is the biggest digital revolution. And it's just like the gold rush back in the days in California, right? Everybody is talking about AI. And so you have to sit down and figure out, how am I going to benefit from this? How can I leverage on this? That's what you have to be thinking about. And you don't need any computer science degree to be able to utilize the power of AI. That's the beauty of it, right? Before, you need to be very technical to understand how these things work. These days, you don't, because with AI, we are using natural language to even code, right? Instead of writing the code, you can just talk to the computer and just tell it what you want, and it's going to build you. Let's say, for instance, if you want to build a website, you're going to use natural language to build websites by telling the prompt what to do, what you want on the website. Change the color to green, and it does that. So you don't need any coding experience. And 100 million plus people started using AI within just 2 months when it was released. And that was the turning point of so many things to happen. And now it's really going fast at a faster rate. It's crazy. And AI, I said, this is not new, but its power is, because a lot of improvements have been injected into how the algorithm works, and so now it has a very powerful processing chips, and that makes it more powerful. So AI has been around for years, as I said. AI has been around for many years with us. It's used in Google search, Netflix recommendation, and voice assistants like Siri. As you can see, voice assistants include Alexa. I have Alexa here. I can use Alexa to turn on my cameras. They've been with us for so many years before November 2022. Google Assistant is everywhere. And like I said, we use it in smart recommendation with Netflix and Spotify and even YouTube. So it can tell you that, based on what you watch, we know that you are interested in this kind of videos. And so it gives you like smart recommendation. These are all AI powered systems that were working years before November 2022. And even search engines, Google search engine has been using AI in the back end forever, right? And so that is not something new, but it has been improved so much that everybody is talking about it as if it just happened overnight. But no, it's not. And so what has changed? AI has become incredibly accessible and powerful. And so one of the reasons why now we know is that it has become cheap. Chips have become cheap. Technology is becoming cheap, and so that is why you and me can enjoy AI, because it's not something that it's only available to the big boys or the technology giants. Now everybody can have access to AI. And so that is why everybody is talking about AI. And when it comes to AI, there are three phases of AI. The AI journey is from a simple rules to understanding context, learning, and creating. And so before, when AI started in the 1950s to the 1990s, it was just a simple logic, right? If what, you know, if 2 plus 2 is equals to 5, then 5 plus 2 is equals to what? So it was using just this basic logic, like, it was based on if and then logic. Example, chatbots responding to specific commands. And so even with now, when ChatGPT came out, it was just about chatbots, right? You ask it a question and it gives you an answer. You ask it a simple question, it gives you an answer. That was the logic part of things. And then came machine learning. Machine learning is taking a lot of data and impressing it on the AI or the computer to give you information. So you dump it with a lot of information, and at some point, it start giving you back feed. It start giving you feedback on what you input into the system. And so the systems learn from data, not rigid rules. It's not based on just simple logics, if and then, but it's based on a lot of data which has been fed into it. And it recognizes patterns and makes predictions. And so it begins to think, right? It begins to think and analyzes millions and millions and billions of data, and then it comes up with, analysis and make predictions based on the information it has. And also, the third part is the deep learning part of it, which is what started in the latter part of this journey from 2010 till now. Advanced AI uses neural networks, which is more like the brain. Neural networks is in the brain. And so it's all kind of connected and they communicate with each other and it processes massive data sets. And that's what I was talking about, the machine learning. And it's capable to understand language, create images, write codes, and even have conversations with you like a human being. So this is how the power of AI has evolved to becoming something that we can even have a human like conversation with. And you are going to see as we progress through this course. And so we've entered the golden age of AI, where systems don't just follow commands or learn patterns, they understand context and create new possibilities. And that's amazing. You can feed it with information and it can start thinking. It can start thinking about things that humans cannot even think about. That is crazy. And so, yeah, that's the power of AI. And AI also is made up of, let's say, three ingredients, right? How this is how AI works. Okay. AI AI basics are easy to understand. There are three essential ingredients. And so the ingredients include the data, that is the information you feed into the computer, and then the processor, which is the chip, right? It's just like computer. You feed it with information, and then the processor process the information, and there is also the brain, which thinks and analyzes the data and then gives you a feedback or an output. And so the three main components of AI is the data, which is like the fuel. So the AI learns from massive data like text, images, videos. You feed it with those kind of information, and the better the data, the quality the AI. And so it's all about what you feed into the system, right? Garbage in, garbage out. If you put nonsense into AI, you get nonsense response. And so it's all about the information that you put into the AI. And it's like learning language from millions of books. That is how AI is. You put in the information, and even with your own AI, you are going to learn that. But you can train your AI how to respond and how to respond to people based on your business, on your profile. You know, if I type something and I want something from my AI, it's going to respond based on what I've told him I'm looking for, right? And so you have to know that the information you put in is very important. The second part of it is the chip, or which is the processing unit. And this is the specialized processor or the GPUs that drive the AI technology. And one of the biggest companies out there is NVIDIA. They produce a lot of chips, and for all these AIs, they are the number one in the world that produces chips for all these AI companies. It's called NVIDIA. You can look it up when you get a chance. But the chip is the power specialized processes. It performs billions of calculations per second. Uh, it enables real-time AI response and is crucial for speed. And the algorithm or the brain is this part where it's based on mathematical formulas and neural networks. It finds pattern and make connection and generate responses. So it works just as the human brain and transform raw data into insights and actions. And that's the core of the intelligence. And so, just to summarize here, we have three elements that combine to give you a powerful AI. And the AI can understand questions, create content, and solve serious problems. And that is what we want to use AI for, right? We want to solve problems. If you can solve problems, you make money. And so the main goal of all that we are doing is to try and leverage AI to solve problems. And if we can solve problems, then we will earn the right to earn money. And it's capable of generating novel solutions like things that you never thought of. You know, AI is going to help you with to come up with some creative ideas. And yeah, so before we were just the general AI, and now we have the generative AI. The general AI was, you know, the what if, the logic, you ask it a simple question, it gives you an answer. We are in the era of generative AI, and this is more of the AI just doing the basic things of answering questions, but going beyond to even analyze data, predict, and even give you solutions and inspiration ideas of things that you haven't even thought about. And so we are in the era of generative AI, and this is going and going. We are going to get to the advanced part of this stuff where it becomes scary. But our main focus here is to leverage the power of generative AI. And generative AI is also powered by code. And let's go through this real quick so that you can understand what we are talking about. Generative AI creates and doesn't just analyze or categorize. Like I said, input, you text input, image, or voice. And so with the general AI, you can just type and that's it. But with generative AI, you can feed the prompt or you can prompt it with an image, with a voice. You know, I have AI modules where I speak to them and it transcribes that into a text and then it responds. It can also take audio, image, whatever you want to give it, it's going to use that to process. So that has advanced, you know, in terms of the capability of AI. And the output is entirely new content and it acts as a tireless creative partner. And so if you have a generative AI with you, it can work. It doesn't complain. It doesn't take days off. No excuses. It's just a partner that you can work with throughout all the time, and it can give you endless ideas and works in any medium. So that is the power of generative AI. And why does this matter to you? It matters because one, there is no tech degree required, right? If you can solve problems with AI, you don't need a degree. Now, degree is becoming an old way of education, right? You just need how to understand problems and solve them. And so you don't need any tech degree, even though, if you have it, it's good. And this is usually for those of you who want to go into coding, who want to work behind the AI, who want to build what has been developed already on AI. So, like data scientists, uh, machine learning engineers, large language model engineers. These are the people who are behind the technology, behind the AI technology. If you want to go that route, there are even trainings these days, and I have one friend here who is also a teacher. He's amongst us, and he also teaches the data science and all that. So if you want to go that route, yes, you can go there and build on it. But for this class, we just want to leverage on the AI. We don't want to really go and build another AI or improve on another AI. We just want to use the AI to really solve problems, everyday problems, solve business problems. And so, why this matters to you is that you don't need a degree to do that. You don't need to know how to code. If you know how to code, that's great, but you don't need to know that. The barrier to entry is none. As long as you have internet and a laptop, a computer, you are good to go. It boosts your creativity. It helps you to learn as you are learning with the AI. You are doing things with AI. It boosts your creativity because it's all about what can we do? How can we make this thing better? And so AI is your brainstorming partner. If you want to do a research, you use AI to help you to do that research. You're gonna do it faster. It gives you brand new ideas that you never thought of. It's also creative when available 24/7. It saves time. Things that I used to do in 1 week, I can do that within 2 hours, 1 hour with an AI, right? So it saves precious time. Things that software that could take 6 months to build are getting pushed out 2 days time. You don't have to wait 1 year to build just an MVP, right? You have that speed, that power and speed to release a software within a week, within 2 days, within 3 days, instead of 6 months and 1 year. You can gain back 10 hours plus, 10 hours plus hours every 10 plus hours every day on just repetitive tasks and tasks which are boring, right? You can get a lot of time from using AI. And it also increases your output. You can produce more content, you can serve more clients, you can test more ideas, and you can multiply productivity without burnout or increase productivity without hiring more people. And so this is very important to anyone who is interested in AI. You have to know about all this stuff to know that AI is very powerful and the playing field has been leveled. And so there are no excuses for any of us. Oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, it's expensive, it's all that. All those excuses that we make, the genuine ones, the ones which are not, we just make stories just to make us feel good because we didn't take action. All these excuses are no more. So there's no more excuses. You have the tools, you have the resources, everything is online. You can do this if you are serious about it. So this reduces competition. You can have access to small businesses. You can become a freelancer and individual creators. So no more excuses, guys. No more excuses. And the major players in the AI landscape, one is Open AI, which is um, ChatGPT. It's pioneered conventional AI, content generation and summarization, and it's code assistance and debugging. So that means that you can use it to code. It's also good for generating content and for summarization. And I'm going to share the links with you once I finish. On just this slide, I'll share that with you. Another big boy in the industry is Anthropic, or we call it Claude. This is good for writing content. If you have to write an essay, you have to write a report, it communicates like a human. And so this is very good to use for creating content like that, which sounds more like human. It focuses on safe, helpful, and honest AI, advanced reasoning for complex tasks, and reduce hallucinations. So hallucination in AI, it's about when the AI start to come up with things that you didn't even ask it to do. And that's one thing that you have to watch out. When you ask an AI something, sometimes it becomes too imaginative and makes up stories and adds lies and all that. So you have to be very careful with the output. And so every time you give AI a prompt, you want to tell it to reduce hallucination. Otherwise, this hallucination can get you into trouble by giving you wrong answers or giving you false information. It can make things up very, very nicely. So be careful of that. And then the third one is Google Gemini. Gemini. Gemini has been around for a long time. Google has been, they are big boys, but OpenAI kind of invested more with AI and they kind of stole the game away from Google, but Google has been there forever. We all know Google from long. And another one is the Llama from Facebook or Meta. They also have one that is coming up. It's learning from a lot of us who have WhatsApp and Facebook accounts. You can see that Llama is there and it's learning. It's taking the information, and that's the machine learning, right? Large language modules. It's just taking information from people. And I know this like now, if you talk to Llama before, when you talk about, let's say you use Ghanaian pidgin, like, Ghanaian terms, it wouldn't understand. But now, if you say things like Yawa and all those Chale, all those Ghanaian slangs that we use, the pidgin that we use, now Llama understands. Why? Because people have been feeding that prompt or the chat with all this information, and it learns throughout the whole process. And so that's the power of AI. So be careful of the information you feed these AIs, because they will hold it, they will store it, and give it back later. And the next one I want to talk about is the one from Elon Musk, which is the XAI. They call it Grok, and that's the trade name. That's the trade name, or the name that everybody knows is Grok. Just like we have Chat GPT from OpenAI. The trade name for XAI is called Grok, and it's also good, designed for real-time information access. Uh, Incorporates humor with wit and wit, sorry, and deeply integrated with the X platform. And so all these AIs have what they are best for, right? Um, you have to select which one. So sometimes I'm working on something, I'm gonna use Chat GPT. When I'm writing articles and responding, maybe emails and all those kind of stuff, I use Anthropic because it sounds more like human. When it comes to images and doing some creative stuff, I'm not a big guy here, but I can use Google as well. And Llama is something that I use especially on my phone. But when I'm looking for serious information, I kind of go to Claude or Chat GPT. I haven't really tried Grok yet, but that is something that I will try later. And so, if this is really hitting home, if you are getting value from this, can you please drop one in the chat and say, I'm seeing the value, I'm loving this, so that I know which direction to go. If you are not feeling it, if it's not making sense, please let me know so that I can, change the direction of this right now. So let me know. I'm going to be reading some of your text um, in the chat. So let me know what you think. If you are getting any value from this, type value. This is valuable. Just to give me that feedback. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. All right. I'm loving it. Okay. Yeah, I'm loving. I'm with you. I love this. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Let me see more hands. Let me see more hands. Let me see what's going on. Let me see if you are finding value in this. Let me know. Let me know. And before I move on, let me share that um, I don't have my chats. Um, all right. Let me see. I'm going to share these links. I was trying to share this with you, but I just realized that that's why I'm using my phone. The text part, the chat feature, the dialog box has, I cannot find it, and I'm not going to spend too much time trying to find it. So what I'll do is I'll drop this, but as you can see, uh, look at this. Maybe you can take a screenshot if you can. And what you want to do is to go to this website and create free accounts, because you want to create free accounts because it gives you up to a certain number of prompts to enter, and after that it will say that okay, you've had enough for the day, because it wants you to register and get a premium version. And so once that happens, you can switch on to this, so that it can help you to learn about how to put prompts, how to create prompts, how to use um, this AI chatbot, right? And so create accounts here. You can create free accounts on all these platforms, and you can start using it, and you can create profiles so that it knows. You can put your information in there, so the next time you ask it questions, it's going to give you that information you want. And so yeah, I will drop it, or maybe I'll share it in the YouTube channel once I'm done. I was trying to see if I could post it to you guys right now, but my chat feature has been disabled, and I'm not going to spend time fixing that right now. So I hope you have it. You can take a screenshot right now, so that you can go, when you get a chance, you can sign up to all these platforms and start using it. And so let's move on. And prompt engineering. This is very, very important, guys. Without this, you cannot really utilize the power of AI. So this part is very, very, very important. It's just like, how do I put it? But let me use a car, for instance, right? When you have AI, you have AI, Chat GPT or Claude, whatever it is, you need to give it information for it to give you an output. And so it's garbage in, garbage out. If you feed it with nonsense, guess what? You're going to get nonsense back. If you feed it with good information, a structured, clear information, is going to give you amazing feedback. And so this is the most important part of this class today. And when it comes to prompt engineering, you have to understand that this prompt engineering is a whole course on its own. People are just learning prompt engineering so that they can have a good communication with the AI. Without good communication with AI, you're not gonna get the results. Like, for real. That is why I want you to sign up to all these websites I just shared with you, so that you can start using the prompt. And sometimes, if you are confused, you can ask it to show you how things work, right? And so, with a prompt, you need to make sure that you define the role. So, this is the first thing you want to make sure. Define the role. Who is that define the role in the sense that assign a persona to that person. So let's say I'm doing a research about how to help, um, or let's say how to help an IT company that is trying to get marketing. So the first thing I have to do is that the role is act as, you know, act as a marketing expert, or you are a seasoned editor, you are a seasoned life coach, you are a teacher with 22 years of experience. So for me, I would say something like, I am an IT guy with 20 years of marketing experience, and I'm trying to help so and so. So, that you define the role. The role is very, very important. So you are a class six teacher trying to help the students study life skills. So define the role. So that is the persona. Very, very important. That's the first part of the prompt. And then specify the task, right? Clearly state that Clearly state what you want the AI to do. For example, write an email or summarize an article. I want you to give me a PowerPoint, a bullet point of how to how to wash a car, all right? How to um, write an ad. So that is the task. You have to specify that for it to understand. And then the third part that you want to do is to give it relevant background information as to details or examples of that AI responses. And so you want to tell it to, I mean, it's more about, this is optional, but it helps to get a better answer from the AI. And so you give it some context, right? And I'm going to do that quickly and show you. And then you set constraints. You put guardrails, like I talked about hallucinations. I talked about I talked about how it can frame up and make up stories and lie. I always tell like when I create this account in my profile, I give specific instructions. Don't lie. Don't make up stories. Don't hallucinate. Don't say things that I didn't tell you. If you add something, let me know what you added. So these are the constraints that you set for the prompt. So let's try. Let's try real quick. I'm going to use ChatGPT to test this. And let's say, for instance, let me go. Let me see this one. Um, so new chat. Let's see. Uh, all right. So here, I am act like act like a um, tech consultant with 20 years of IT experience and digital marketing. Okay, so this is the role part, right? So let's see what else we need, and then specify the tax, right? And so I come back here, and then I will tell it, I want to send an email to my MSPs or IT um, service providers, providers about how to scale their businesses, right? And then let me go back to the third part of the, and then provide context. Now here, I'm going to give them a background, what I want this contest to be. It could be about anything. So Let's see how I can do this. So I want this email to focus on um, AI automation. I can talk about email marketing. I can talk about um, lead generation. I can talk about there's so much I can talk about when talking to these clients, right? And so I have to give it a context about give me something to focus on AI automation. And then the last part of the prompt is supposed to be constraints. And so this is where I'm going to tell it not to, you know, over dramatize things. Please make this write this in a professional tone. Do not hallucinate, hallu, hallucinate, and do not make any false claims. Right. So now I do that and then I hit enter. Okay. So I think new chat. Okay, it looks as if I was searching for a chat instead of starting a new chat. So, yeah, this is it. So I just copied the prompt. I have the role, I have the tax, what they have to do, and then I have the context, and then the limitations, right? That's the constraints. And so now if I hit it, just see what's going to happen. Then it's going to give me that information I need, right? So it gives me that information right away. So it says, I'll help you write a professional IT services, blah, 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 blah. What specific? So now it's asking me for um, asking me questions because I've trained this not to just put stuff out there. And so it will ask me questions before it moves ahead. What specific AI automation areas do you want us to focus on, right? So this is good because I've trained my AI bot to really ask me further questions if it's not sure, rather than just giving me some bullshit information. And if you don't know, you're just gonna copy that and send it, and it makes you look bad. And so you always have to read what the AI is giving you. What's your goal with this email? What exactly are you emailing? So it asks me so many questions. If I put this in ChatGPT, because I haven't really configured it, it might just give me answers straight away without really asking me more questions. But this is it. Let's see. You know, this one is I haven't set up my chat GPT, and so I set it, and right away it's just giving me the information, right? And so, hi, hello, name. I hope you are doing well. I'm reaching out because many IT service providers are blah 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 blah. You see how it is. So I just use this tool to show you the power of AI. This one just started giving me information without really asking me enough questions. And this one, because I've already programmed it and set up, I've told it what I want, it kind of asks me more questions in order not to make mistakes. And so play with it, and you can create a profile, and you can put in your persona, the information, what you do, and all that. So once you ask questions, it's going to make sure that it's staying within the boundaries that you set for them. So let's move on. And everyday uses of AI, we have chatbots, right? That is what a lot of people know what an AI is. A lot of people think that AI is just a chatbot, but it's not. What we just did is a chatbot conversation. Most of AI feedback is going to be through a chatbot, but chatbot is not the only part of AI. And so, what do you use chatbot for? For everyday uses, answer questions, customer questions, schedule appointments, handle routine inquiries, and respond 24/7. Whether it's night or day, this is working 24/7. The voice bots are also things that are becoming new these days. I have chat voice bots that when you call a company, that's one of the services I provide. You call a company, this AI is going to answer the phone and talk to you as if you're talking to a human. Take all your information, your email, even check my calendar and schedule an appointment without talking to anybody. So that is the voice part. Smart creative tools. You can design logos these days. If you want to do a logo, all this stuff that I create and share on Facebook about this live session. I do them myself with AI, and it takes me only like 5 minutes. Before, you have to hire somebody to do this for you, right? And so this is something that I can do. But at the same time, you can also leverage on this to create logos and creatives, photos and compelling copies for other people. People don't have time. I need someone to do this stuff for me. I don't have to be doing these things. I need some to hire somebody to do all this stuff for me. So that is why you need to know how to use all these things so you can provide the services to other business people who don't have the time to do this themselves. And you can also automate your task, everyday things that you do. For instance, I post on social media, 7 social media platforms, right? The content, every content is specific for that platform. You cannot just copy something from LinkedIn and take it to Facebook or Instagram. They are all platform specific rules and regulations, and you have to be compliant with each of them. And so you can automate this to run and post to all these 7 different platforms and follow their rules and regulations without breaking anything, and even manipulate the images and adjust the sizes to make sure that they are good for their respective platforms. And so this is what we call the agents or the workflows, right? Agent is a collection of different tasks put together which performs things like the way a human being will perform something. You write an email, you send it, you save it, you send it to 5 people, you book an appointment. AI can mimic the same workflow. And so we have agents doing that, and you can connect so many agents to make a workflow. But that is the advanced part that we will go into later. And you can automate, like I said, everything that you do, even emails. I can set up automations where my emails should be read and even replied, not replied, but replied and save it in a draft and send me a text message on WhatsApp or Telegram and say that, hey, Asumesi, emailed you, and this is the draft I have for the response. Do you want me to send this? I can say yes, and then it will send it. Or maybe add this and that and that. And so this is why AI is so powerful, and people are using this to market, help with marketing. So every time you have to think AI first, right? It's not just another tool. It's a powerful tool that can do a lot of things. It can help with your work, can help you to be productive. And so the old way that we did things were, manual research. We spent hours searching and synthesizing information, which was time consuming and exhausting, right? Now, AI does the research, summarizes, and presents. It gives you a comprehensive results in minutes, not in hours or days. And the old way of doing work was, manual data entry, formatting emails, and all that stuff, which takes a lot of time. And it's just numbing and also energy draining. You spend so much time just reading through stuff. Now AI will just automate that routine work. so that every time, if you do this 2 times every day, it has to be automated. And so AI can help you do that so that you can focus your energy on creativity, like creating stuff. You can use your energy by planning, strategizing, and making sure that you are providing value and um, good service to your clients rather than just wasting time doing things which are important, but they are passive. They are not really active, that they don't bring immediate results in terms of revenue to the company. And so it's all about the mindset shift that you need to make, right? You always have to think, how can I use AI to do this? How can I use AI to do that? That is the mentality you need to pick on right now. Every time I have to do something, I think about it, I dread it. And then before I know, I'll be like, oh, yeah, I can use my AI to do this and that. And then, boom, you know, the stress level goes down. And yeah, I'm good to go. So, yeah, if this is making sense, and you are loving it, please let me know. Just type in, this is great. This is great. So I know that this is beneficial to you, it's valuable. And AI automation and agent. So let's go through this real quick. Not all AIs are created equally, and that's why I showed you the different big boys. They all have specific things that they do, and so you have to understand what they do so that you can choose them for the right job. We have, even with cars, right? There are SUVs, there are pickups, there are aboboya. We have luxury cars. We have sports cars. They are all cars, but they are meant for different things. So if you think about AI, think about the same way. Some of them are meant for specific tasks, and some of them are for general. And so you have to know which AI you are dealing with and what is the end goal, what do you want to achieve, and choose that. And so let's go through this, right? AI, artificial intelligence, understand and responds to inputs. Example is the chat GPT answering questions, mid journey creating images, and it's best for creative task, analysis, and content generation. So this is that part, right? And the basic intelligence, it responds to simple commands. Now, when we come to RPA, it's automation with AI. It performs sets of tasks automatically on schedule. An example of that is auto posting to social media, backing up files, sending scheduled emails, and it's best for repetitive tasks that follow simple steps, right? And so this is also good for scheduled tasks. Um, these are things that you do, step one, step two, step three, step four, step five. That is what it is. Um, so that is that. And then the AI agent, which I talked about earlier, is, it plans, executes, and improve tasks with minimal supervision. It works like a human. An AI agent works like a human. It knows what to do. You set up all the rules, and that's it. An example is monitors business metrics, identify problems, implement solutions autonomously, right? And so this is very important. So what these agents can do is that it can identify a problem, and based on the logic that you set in the back end, it's going to identify that problem, fix it, and even without your supervision or without your intervention. And so this is how powerful they are. And they are best for complex workflows requiring decision making and adaptation. And this is where we are now, which is the generative. And so it learns and adapts. Yeah, let's move on. And beyond the hype, you have to understand AI's place in the tech cycle to make informed decisions. And so we are, peak excitement. Everybody is talking about it. Reality checks hits in, and now it's coming, right? People, it's a buzzword. Everybody is talking about it, but we are in the doubt phase where some people don't really trust it, because they think that AI is coming to take our jobs, and there is a genuine concern for that. But at the same time, we also have to see what we can do with AI. And from some videos I have on YouTube, you're going to find out that AI is rather going to create more jobs than to take jobs. Every job that AI displaces, it creates about 3 to 5 new jobs. And so AI is taking our old way of doing things, but at the same time, it's creating 3 to 5 times more jobs than we had traditionally. And so this is the mindset that, when people talk on in the news, and all these politicians, when they talk about the AI, how AI is going, how people are losing their jobs. Yes, people are losing their jobs, but at the same time, it's creating a lot of jobs. So what we need to do is to really see where we can leverage AI, right? That is why now is the time for people to up their game, sharpen your skills. If you are in the software development environment where you want to work in the back end with the code, then you really need to sharpen your skills, upgrade your skills. If you are in marketing, if you, whatever job that you are doing, think of AI. How can I use AI? Because if you don't do it, your competitor is going to do it. By 2030, if you are a business and you don't have any AI footprints, you just die, just like Nokia 3310. So this is where we are going. And so we are in the doubt phase. I mean, 2022 2022, sorry, 2022 was the peak excitement everybody was talking about. Now we are in the doubt phase. It's really going down. We are approaching the stable phase right now. And so people, and that is why we are doing this. People like you know the power of AI, so you are here to learn about it and leverage it. And so that is something that is great. Let's move real quick. And AI is here to stay. And so don't think that AI is just going to be another buzzword. It comes and disappears. AI is here to stay. We all see how AI has improved, has changed things, and it's just going to get better and better and better. And so the annual investment globally is about $200 billion. AI is the fundamental transformation. It's not just a tech bubble that, we remember the dot-com era when, the internet first hit. We thought it was just going to be a buzzword and go. But look at the internet right now. So AI is on that level, but like on steroids. Okay. There is a projected 37% annual growth, and this is expected to grow compound till 2030, sorry. And 97 million new jobs is expected by the end of this year alone. And so that is crazy. So if by the end in 2 months' time, when they aggregate the jobs which have been created, you're gonna see that it's gonna be close to 97 million new jobs. And this is what people don't talk about. They talk about the jobs being taken, but they don't talk about the new jobs being created. And AI is transforming everywhere, in the healthcare sector, is using it to diagnose diseases, new drug discovery, personalized treatment. People are now even operating, having remote session operation using AI. Someone is in India, operating somebody in somewhere in Africa, just using AI to do this surgery. Education is also going to be personalized. You don't have to waste time learning unnecessary stuff like drawing cockroaches and grasshoppers in the classroom when you can be focused on what you really want to do in life. If you want to be an entomologist, to study about insects, that's fine. But someone like me who wants to be in technology doesn't have to be in the class with everybody learning about how the frog or drawing Spirogyra and all those nonsense, right? And so education is going to be personalized. automated grading, intelligent tutoring system, creative industry. That is where, you know, I am kind of overlapped in the creative industry and also in the marketing industry. Business, customer service is going to be improved, data analysis, process automation, decision support. And in manufacturing, quality control, predictive maintenance, and supply chain optimization. And in finance, fraud detection, especially the 419 guys, you know, algorithmic trading, risk assessment, and customer insights. All these are going to get improved using AI. And this is the best time to learn AI, right? Early adapters gain skills and experience as the field emerges. And so this is the time to start learning. That is why this is the basics of this whole course. Don't wait till everybody else has mastered this. This is the time for you to get in and make um, learn something good for, and don't limit your imagination. Here is the truth that changes everything. The only real limit to what AI can help you achieve is your own imagination, right? The technology is ready, the tools are accessible. What you can create, you can build businesses. And this is one of the main reasons why we are here. You can build businesses, you can learn and launch AI powered startups. This is happening here all the time. AI handles customer service, content, and operation. Everybody is going to be a sole entrepreneur, right? Solo entrepreneurs. It's a no-brainer. And these days, you don't need that big capital to start a business. If you are smart and you have that technology, you have your laptop, you can really make a big impact with a big business and start earning some big money. You can create content for other businesses. You can produce logos, blogs, podcasts, social media content. A lot of people need social media content, social media management. You can do this. Automate process. So companies that go through repetitive tasks every day, you can help them build systems that work 24/7, focus on high value activities, and you free yourself from mundane repetitive tasks, and you can also learn to grow faster, right? Access personalized tutoring and instant answers. That's what I said. You can read a whole book, right? Give a whole book to the AI and tell the AI to summarize it for you and give you only the important information. You don't have to read the whole book, right? You gain expert guidance on any subject and you accelerate your learning curve dramatically. Yeah, let's move on. And so the key takeaways here is that, foundation for your AI journey, you have to. I'm going to share this slide in the community, in our community. I might put it on YouTube for download, but I'm gonna think about it whether I will share it in our community so that you can have access to it. But AI is now, it's not the future. We need to harness the power of AI right now because millions of people use AI daily to transform work and life. What are you going to use AI for? What are you going to use AI to? Are you going to use it to better your life? Are you going to use it to improve your education? Are you going to use it to run your business? Are you going to use it to make money? What are you going to use AI for? You have to learn to think and work with AI, not against it, because this is here to stay. So AI amplifies human creativity and judgment. And there are things that AI cannot do. And so, like empathy, show love, and all those kind of stuff, emotional stuff. Human AI cannot do that. Humans can do that. And so, if you understand how to use AI, leverage the power of AI, combined with your emotions and all that, you can really serve your clients, your customers better because you have the emotional intelligence and also the AI skills. So AI just makes things better. You don't need any deep skills, tech skills required. It's all about having a willing to learn a desire to learn. And now these days, if you want to code, if you want to build a website, you can use natural language like, hey, build me a website. I want it to be a website for a car washing place, or, I want to build a website for my health, my care, my health care, blah, 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 blah. And it's going to do that for you. It's going to select the right text, the right color theme, and all that. And so you don't need any deep tech skills, right? You just need to understand some basic stuff. It's just common sense. And, taking small steps will lead to big transformation. And so this is not something that you're just going to, watch this and just chill. You have to really go into this website I shared with you, go here and create accounts, Microsoft Copilot, create accounts and start using this prompt. Start typing things in there and start seeing how you can harness the power of AI to do wonderful things. Start small, start with one task, tool, or improvement. Compound small wins for amazing results. And so, yeah, and what is next? This is just the beginning. Next week, we're going to go into, other parts of it. I'm going to share that information with you. I'm still contemplating on what I have to share, but yes, the next step is, understand how AI, what it is and why it matters, and then we will focus on to gain practical experience, right? To really learn how to use it in our everyday life. And so today we had just one quick demo where I showed you how to uh, prompt a chatbot, but we're going to go deep into the practical aspect of things, getting our hands dirty, and how to use it to solve everyday life issues. And you don't have to fear AI. Just, excuse me, learn to use it. The competitive advantage isn't avoiding AI, it's mastering it before others do, right? The winners in this new era won't be those with the most resources, but those with the most creativity and willingness to learn. If you have a creative mindset, if you are very intuitive and creative, you are going to go far with this AI. The power is just phenomenal. There's so much you can do. There's so much you can do with AI, and so yeah, every day you wait to engage with AI is a day your competitor is getting further ahead. Practice makes perfect, and so don't sit there and get intimidated by AI. You now have access to their website, create accounts, and start working with AI. Start asking it questions, start learning, and it's just going to snowball from there. And so, yeah, you can do this. And you are now equipped with you are now equipped to begin your AI journey. So now you know the basics, you know why this is so important, you have to learn. And the question is, what are you going to use AI for? What are you going to build with AI? Are you going to use it to help with your education? Are you going to use it um, to serve your customers better? Are you going to build a business with it? What are you going to do with it? Don't just use AI, go there and chat and mess around, but think about how you can use it to solve problems, to help people. So look around you and look at the problems that people have, right? Those people who sell, the mechanics, the hairdressers, think about creative solutions you can provide to these people. Look at your environment, look at the problems that you have, and see what you can do with AI and help them. Once you start solving problems, you are going to make money. It's just the law, right? Help solve questions, and you are going to make money. And so I just want to thank you again for sticking around till the end. We've gone over 7 minutes. I did my best. This is a long class. I didn't want to break this into two. I wanted to, make sure that we have these basics and why AI is so important for us to learn. And then moving on to next week, we're gonna start doing some practicals. And so, yeah, you've taken the first step in understanding your transformative technology. AI learning is a journey. It's not just a sprint where 100 meters dash. No, you have to be learning because these AIs are changing. Almost every day you hear something new, right? So you have to stay curious. You have to experiment. You have to be bold and try. And yeah, that's it for today's class. And thank you very much for being here. Um, and let's see. Yeah. So next week, we are going to go into details. I'm going to talk about how we are going to use some of these large language models to um, better our lives, to improve our work, and to help serve our customers, and how you can start thinking about, have that business mindset and start thinking about what you can do. Start looking at your environment, start looking at people, the businesses around you, and start thinking and figure out what you can use this technology to help them, to help these businesses, to help these small businesses. If you're a business owner, start thinking about how you are going to use this to make your work, your operations smarter, how you are going to use this to serve your customers well, so that good customer service brings more customers, a lot of referrals, and a lot of good reviews. And so think about how you are going to use this to serve your clients better. And if you are somebody who doesn't have a job, how are you going to leverage AI? What business are you going to create out of this AI? And so these are things that we are going to go into, how you can find something to do, right? Either using your skills that you have acquired throughout your life, or the hobbies that you have, and also your education. And this is really going to be an amazing journey. And those of you who take this seriously are going to come up with some big AI agents and workflows and what have you, businesses and all that. So I'm excited about this journey, and I hope you are too. Please, if you are not a subscriber to this channel, please hit subscribe right now. It helps to take the channel further so that more people can see what we are doing and they can also join to benefit from this. So if you are not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button right now with immediate